Hello everyone, it's Michelle. I'm a watercolour and mixed media artist, and today I'm going to share with you some of the latest books that I have purchased. So let me change my screen, and here they are. So let's start with the biggest, I think, and work our way down. So I'll move some of those out of the way. This one is the Royal Watercolour Society, Watercolour Masters Then and Now. And there's a foreword at the beginning by, it's as he was then, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, who is obviously our king at the moment. So just to put it in context, the Royal Watercolour Society has one of the most important existing collections of watercolours, and the Royal Watercolour Society Diploma Collection, which around about 1860, the members of the Royal Watercolour Society Council decided that each newly elected member should give a painting to the society. And so after that, in 1882, when diplomas were signed by Queen Victoria and were given to the new members, the pictures became known as diploma works. And the Royal Watercolour Society had also been given works by members elected at an earlier date, and a fine collection began to take shape. So this book actually represents paintings that have been chosen by members of the Royal Watercolour Society. Each member chose one piece of work that particularly inspired them. So that's why it's called Watercolour Masters Then and Now, because each of the society members chose a painting. So let's just have a little look at what we've got. If I move it up in here. Oh wow. So the contents, obviously you've got the foreword, but you've got colour, composition, drawing, narrative, tone, and then some biographies of the past members, and an index of the artists. That's stunning, isn't it? Left. This is called Riders in the Forest by June Berry. So I'm not going to go into this in huge detail. I'll flip through some of the pages, but this is Annie Williams, Still Life with Pottery Duck. Okay, where's the pottery duck? Okay, anyway, moving on then. I bought this book secondhand, and yet again, books for me are inspiration more than reading them from cover to cover. Some of you might like to do that, I'm sure. Mary Jackson. Then we've got Simon Pearce. We've got Gregory Alexander. Here's a smaller picture of the June Berry one that we saw larger. We've got Carolina Lara's daughter Roberts. Anyway, Tom Coates. It's interesting what has been picked, really, isn't it? Claire Dolby. Catherine Ducker. David Whitaker. Anthony Eiton. That one I love. To be honest, I haven't really, the others that I've flicked through haven't really done anything for me yet. Oh gosh, let me just check that my sound is where it should be. just up that a bit. There we go. This is Trevor Frankland and Anne Wegmuller. That one's quite interesting, isn't it? Janet Golphin, Isla Hackney, Paul Newland, Neil Pittaway, and then when we move to composition, lovely, Charles Bartlett, like that, Clifford Bailey, like both of those, John Doyle, Sheila Findlay, Sarah Holiday. Anyway, let's just maybe pick a few more out of here. David Gluck, Jane Corsellis, David Paskett, Stuart Robertson. I mean, it is a real mixture. Jane Taylor, Olwyn Jones. Oh, I do like that. Going this way a little bit more, what have we got? Ken Howard, Tom Gamble, sorry, Jenny Wheatley, that's beautiful, Janet Kerr, Liz Butler. Oh, I do like that. What section is this under? Oh well, anyway, Diana Armfield. It's under tone. I thought it would be because of the colours singing out at me. Peter Blake, James Rushton, John Newbury, David Firmstone, Leslie Worth, Alfred Daniels, Bernard Batchelor, Jane Carpanini, and Michael McGuinness. There's more than that, obviously. I have skipped some pages, but there is a little bit about each artist. There's a little biography at the back here. So, yeah, I will try and find this elsewhere, but I got this in a secondhand bookshop. So, oh, funnily enough, the one on the front is one of the ones that I like. There we go. So, Royal Watercolour Society, Watercolour Masters then and now. Moving on, Painting Mood and Atmosphere, Barry Herneman. So, this one I got from Amazon. No, oh look, it's a signed copy. I got this second hand. Well, I've accidentally ended up with a signed copy. So we've got introduction materials, colour mixing, capturing the mood, techniques, breaking waves, stormy skies, weathered timbers, frosty morning, harbour lights, and an index at the back. So obviously, I mean, most of these books have the materials in that, you know, are suggested. There's a little bit here on some colour mixing, which could be handy. There we go. We've got capturing the mood. Magic of the moment. We've got some techniques here, if that's something that you're wanting to, you know, catch up on and try new things. So there's quite a few different techniques there. Breaking waves. That's a step by step. Gosh, 24. That one's got 31 steps to it. Beautiful. Then we've got some stormy skies. Look at that sky, reflecting the colours in the landscape. And this is another step by step. And that one has got 26 steps to it. And then some more examples. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful colourways. Weathered timbers. Okay, we've got another step by step here. Gradually building up this timber house, and that one goes up to 24 steps and ends with this picture here. Then we've got the frosty morning. Oh, that looks like a frosty autumn morning, doesn't it? Another step by step. So if you are liking step by steps, then this one looks like it's got plenty of step by steps in it for you. What's that? Step 35. So this one has got 38 steps to achieve this painting, but wow. Yeah, well worth it by the looks of it. Whoops, I missed a... Oh, that's one of my favourites. Yeah, I want to be there. Trees and a gate. And then we've got harbour lights. Another step by step. So it's quite nice if you are thinking, I just want some... How many steps have that one got? That one's got 24 steps, and it will get you that picture there. So there we go. Lots of step-by-steps to help create mood and atmosphere. Barry Herneman. What have we got next? Next we have got Frank Halliday, Watercolours in a Weekend. And this is the landscapes one. Now, I believe this was a series, Watercolours in a Weekend. So I think you can find them by different artists. So some are flowers and some are seascapes and all sorts of things. This is another secondhand book that I picked up. I like getting secondhand books. I like giving them another lease of life. So we've got a little introduction here, how to use the book, what to paint, and enjoying your painting. Never lose the sight of the fact that painting is fun. That is beautiful. I like that. So we've got a little bit on painting materials again, brushes, paints, and any other equipment that you might need. And we've got a little bit about working outdoors. And then we move on to some techniques, so different washes, then some brush techniques, and then some different mediums, so like granulation medium, iridescent medium, texture medium. Then we've got masking, so masking tape, masking fluid, and then lifting preparation. We've got a little bit on composition here. Linear perspective. Oh gosh, let's not go there this morning. Aerial perspective. Then we've got a bit on colour. Cool colours, warm colours. So understanding colour. I do like that. And then we've got project number 1, which is skies and clouds, and exercise number 1. So this has got more steps in it. Rain clouds, steps 1, 2 and 3. Sunset, steps 1 to 5. Then we've got a bit on dramatic skies. And then we've got this towards the village, to put some of those techniques into practice. And you've even got the initial drawing here for if you struggle to make the sketch. And then you've got the whole step by step by step, 9 steps, and then you've got your picture towards the village. Then we've got a bit on water, so you can see there's lots of information on different types of water, lots of step-by-steps for each one, and then there's a water project. So you can see how this book kind of is laid out. Then we've got mountains and lakes, and then we've got an exercise for some misty mountains, and then you get your project to work on again, done in a step-by-step manner. That one's trees and foliage, so I think you're getting the idea. I really like I might have to have a better look at that bit. Trees in a setting, and then you've got this project, which is the morning walk. What else have we got? We've got buildings and texture, and so adding light and shade, brickwork, windows, roofs, and then we've got the Provençal farm as the project to do step by step, leading to this one. So I think this is rather a lovely book. We've got others in here. I won't go through them all, although look at that. Oh, I might have to have a go at some of these projects. I really will. So yes, plenty in here and plenty of projects, much like the previous book. Yeah, pick up a brush and paint your first landscape this weekend, it says. I love the idea of that one as well. Right, what else have we got? Right, now these are ones that I've bought rather than got second hand from second hand shops. This is Jenny Wheatley, and it's called Adventurous Watercolors. I think she has a YouTube channel. I will check, and if she does, I'll put it down below. So yes, Adventurous Watercolors. And our contents are, we've got a bit on making marks and media, adventurous colour, rhythm, pattern, design, ideas and reference material, resolving objectives, and work in progress. So let's just have a little look through here. I mean, look at the colours. This is the thing with her work. It's the colours. Yeah, expressive marks, mark making techniques, freedom and control. Look at that. She's not someone that I'd come across before. I believe most of this, let me just check, it was all done whilst she was on a holiday. Yeah, and there is a DVD available. It tells you about that in the inside of the book. But she originally made all of her sketches and initial little paintings whilst she was away, and then made them into bigger ones. So yeah, I know I'm not talking about the book here. I'm just flipping through for you, adding collage. I mean, you can hopefully see what's written here. But yeah, I mean, it just makes me think about you know, using color maybe in a slightly different way. Why do I have to just paint things exactly as I see them? That's rather lovely too. All these lovely buildings. some of which have obviously got like the collage on them. So yes, this is inspiring me with perhaps using some different colours. Look at that. I mean, I wouldn't have thought of doing my buildings in these colours, but it looks really good. I really like it. Drawings and notes. Oh, I love it when you get the drawings and the notes. And some of the photographs that she took. Painting on site. Wow. So, if you are wanting a bit more inspiration when it comes to maybe changing your color palette a little bit, coming up with something a little bit different, maybe this is the one. Jenny Wheatley, and it's Adventurous Watercolors. There we go. My next one then is the Watercolor Artist's Bible, an essential reference for the practicing artist by Marilyn Scott. So if we look at our contents for this one, we've got getting to know the medium, we've got some techniques, and then some broken down into basic and advanced. We've got some subjects that we might want to know how to do. So we've got landscape, waterscape, buildings, still life and flowers, and people. So let's just have a little look. We've got our usual choosing our materials here, different brushes, some other equipment that we might need, a little bit about the colour wheel. Oh, mixing greens. That's really quite useful, isn't it? So lemon yellow and cerulean blue will give us this, whereas cadmium yellow and cerulean blue will give us this one. That's quite handy. Mixing greens. Mixing skin tones. Oh, overpainting. What do we tend to call that these days? Not kind of overpainting. We give it another name, really, don't we? Anyway, and we've got some techniques, different types of washes. So there's lots of information, and then even some brushwork. Blending, reserving the white of the paper, masking some of the highlights. Lifting things out. We've got a lot on technique here, which is what you would want. So hard and soft edges. I'm just going to turn the pages rather than you know, this is the Bible, you know, how to deal with backgrounds and you know, doing brush drawings and drawing with a stick even. I have done that on occasion, using the dry brush technique. Glazing, gum arabic. So you can see this is like a little Bible. It's, if you don't know what wax resist is or how to do it, then this Bible is going to tell you. If you want to know a little bit about landscape composition, then this is going to tell you. Landscape weather, waterscapes, waves, lighting on buildings, people, and I mean, it's just got everything and anything that you might want to you know how to do, basically. So I think that's rather a nice, and it's not too big, this one either. Look at my hand, it's not too big. So there we go, the Watercolour Artist's Bible. And then I got this. This was from Amazon. It's Gustav Klimt, 50 Masterpieces Explored. And these are all postcards. So when I tip them out, you will see these are postcards. And aren't they gorgeous? And on the back of each one, well, on this first one, it just gives you an introduction to Gustav Klimt. Born on the outskirts of Vienna, 1862, the second of 7 children. Yeah, it goes on. I won't read it all. But then you get all of the different paintings. And this one is called Beech Grove 1. And it tells you a little bit about the painting and what was going on for him to paint that. So yeah, so we can see that one's Tragedy. There we go. Pallas Athena, Moving Water. Oh, I'm around the wrong way. Really interesting. Water nymphs is what it's kind of referring to. Portrait of Sonja Nips. Nude Veritas. So anyway, let's put these up the right way for starters. And I will give you a little bit of a flick through. So if you like Gustav Klimt and you want a record of 50 pieces of his work, Pine Forest number 1, then this might interest you. This, you know, rather than having a big book, you've got these little postcards with what you need to know about it. That's quite typical, isn't it? That's one of the ones I would like. Pear Tree. That I'm drawn towards more of the kind of landscapey ones than the people ones, to be honest. But I really just wanted I just wanted this whole collection, basically. Water Serpents. Yeah. I'm fascinated with these ones that he did like this. That's gorgeous. Well, there we go. Most of us are familiar with The Kiss, aren't we? So, yeah. Anyway, I just thought that that was a different way to, you know, keep a little collection of a particular artist. It's yet again, it's the use of colour and the really fine details that go into these pieces of work. And I mean, Gustav Klimt has inspired many an artist. Yeah, it's just fascinating. Pattern and colour everywhere. So there we go. That is what I have purchased since I did my last book review. So some interesting books there, I think. And you know, maybe there's one there that let's move them over a bit. that kind of took your fancy. I do hope so. Anyway, I'll try and put links to everything that I can in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay calm, everyone. And I do hope to see you next time.